Hi everybody, there is a new product on the market, vegan protein egg whites. So I thought it would be a great idea for me, Belinda, a vegan bodybuilder, to do a YouTube recipe video with you guys. So trying this out. Made an egg white, baked egg white patty. I didn't let it cool enough, so it broke, but I've already made it. It tastes, if you remember what egg whites taste like, it tastes like an egg white. The consistency is a bit different than animal egg whites from what I can remember, but it tastes like an egg white, bland, neutral flavor profile. So the macros on this are fantastic. A serving has 0 grams of fat, no carbs, and 9 grams of protein. It's made by this brand called Healthier Comforts. And so what I'm going to do today is we're going to make meal prep egg white cups, because that is a great meal prep item for people that are not vegan, to make egg white cups in advance, have them in the fridge ready to go for the week. They sell them at Starbucks. They're in the freezer section now. It's such a great tool for a nutrient-dense, easy, quick thing you could get if you're not vegan. But I'm vegan, so let's go ahead and make a vegan version of the egg white cups. So you can add whatever you want into these. So I'm going to just cut up here some broccoli and have this ready to go on the side. And you can also add any veggies you want. I think it would be fun to sprinkle these with tomatoes on top. So I'm just gonna go ahead and chop some of this up so it's ready to go. So since these do not have any fat in them, like an egg white, I'm going to go ahead and add some fat to these. I'm going to use vegan cheese because it did not have any flavor, which is fine. Egg whites don't have flavor, so that's okay, but I will add a bit of fat to these, so I am gonna add some vegan cheese. I've already done the math here, and I'm going to, most prepackaged vegan shredded cheeses have the same macros, because I think they're probably made all in the same place probably. So I'm going to, a serving of this Aldi brand vegan cheddar has 7 grams of fat. I wanna cut that in half, so I'm going to just use half serving. And I've done the math. We're going to make 12 bites. So 12 servings of the cheese is 168 grams. So I have my food scale here, and I'm going to measure out my 168 grams. If you are someone that's prioritizing your nutrition in your journey, your health and fitness journey, get a food scale, please. That's the only way you're really going to know. I ran out. I have to go get more. This is, now I'm switching to cheddar, but it's the same macros. So I'm gonna do 168 grams. So this is what all of this cheese looks like. It's a huge bowl of cheese. So that's going to be plenty, because these egg white cups aren't that big. So the next thing we're going to do is our math for the protein powder itself. So already I've done the math here, and it's going to come out to 120 grams of the powder. So here we go. All right, we're at 120 grams of the powder, and here's what it looks like. All right, I'm wondering if this is going to make more than 12 cups. All right, the next thing we have to do is measure out the water. Already done the math. It's 1,056 milliliters. So how I'm going to do that is I will start by weighing my measuring cup. So since I already did the mixing by hand for my experimental one, it was annoying to mix it by hand to get all the proteins to blend. So instead, I'm just going to use my food processor, or you could use a blender. I would just recommend going slow with your blending so that it doesn't turn into meringue. So I'm finally at the right water measurement. I have a feeling this is going to make more than 12, so I might have to switch to the jumbo one. All right, so I'm gonna put in my egg white powder. Let me get a spatula. All right, my blender My big blender is dirty, so I'm too lazy to clean it out, so I'm just gonna use this instead. Maybe I should have put this in a little bit at a time. All right, this is gonna be an experiment for all of us. Let me get my food processor set up here. I don't know where the base of my food processor is. What, did I lose it? It's weird. It has to be somewhere. I put it in the wrong spot. You can tell I'm not a professional YouTube. All right, so here we go. Oh, the powder is sitting on the top, so I have to blend it in a bit by hand first. So I'm blending it by hand just to get some of this to go down, and then once I can. So if I had done this again, the next time I do this, I will put the powder in first. I blended it enough by hand so that now I can get it to go in the food processor. My food processor has a leak in it, so some water's coming out. But I'm just going to blend it enough so that it has a correct consistency. All right, so this is pretty cool. It's looking like egg whites, right? For the most part, that you guys can remember. Yeah, it's looking like egg whites. So now we're gonna take this and make the cups. So I could go about this two ways because I can already tell that's going to be way more than two, or way more than just 12 little cups. I have jumbo muffin tin as well, but it's not really that clean, so I just might have to make more than 12, but I'm still gonna consider it 12 servings. All right, here we go. So let me get a ladle here. And so you have to spray your muffin tin, just using a regular cooking spray. I don't think too much about this. Use whatever one you want. Here we go. And I'm going to fill them up. I'm going to fill them up halfway because they will rise a bit. I'm going to have to use my whisk and keep whisking this a bit by hand. So I'm gonna whisk by hand as I go. So I'm making these the same way I would if I was using a real egg. Not that I do that, but I know how to make the regular egg whites cups. So I'm just filling them with the egg white itself. And then I'm just going to drop the other ingredients in. And you could add, I think these would taste really good with like vegan breakfast sausage crumbled in or seitan bacon crumbled in. So I can tell that I'm gonna have to re-whisk a bit when I go into each cup. So I guess I filled these up 2/3 of the way. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. Now I'm just going to, let me show you what the pan looks like now. So I'm going to just go around and re-whisk a little bit because I can tell some of them need to be they need a little bit more love in the mixing department. As you can see the protein on the top here. I'm gonna go around a bit more with these that I didn't fill up as much. Now, so this is what they look like on their own. And I'm just going to go around and put some cheese in them, just a little bit each one. This is definitely going to make way more than 12. But you can do the serving size of maybe a serving size will, according to the macros, I can make it 3 is a serving for me. I'm just gonna add some little broccoli in here. Now, add other seasonings you want, salt, pepper. Since I'm a bodybuilder, I take really careful consideration for my salt, and I have to measure my salt when I eat. That's not, for a normal person doesn't have to do that. So I salt my food when I eat it, not when I cook it. All right, let me show you what it looks like. And here we are with the cups here. All right, so now we will put them in the oven I have my oven preheated. And I'm going to put them in here for 15 minutes to start, and then I will check on them. It's been 15 minutes. Let's take a look. They're looking like egg white cups, right? They definitely still need another 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm gonna put the timer in for another 5, and we'll check back. Now they've been in there 20 minutes. Let's take a look. Let me show you guys. So since I'm going to, these are for meal prep, and I will be re-putting them in the microwave again. Look at my finger on them. Wow, pretty cool, right? And I'm gonna be putting them in the microwave again when I reheat them. I think that 20 minutes is good. So I'm gonna take them out and I'm gonna make the other batch. So here they are, 20 minutes. Really, really cool. I mean, wow, this is awesome. So I'm going to have to let them cool, I think, at least 10 minutes before I make the second batch, but I very carefully with a spoon pulled one out, and let me show you guys what it looks like. Cool, right? Wow, very cool. Everybody, mission accomplished. Vegan egg white cups. We did this thing. So here's what they look like coming out, and I let this cool for 10 minutes before I'm attempting to take this out. So I'm just running a spoon around and just pulling them out this way. Awesome. If I was to eat these right away, I would have cooked it another minute or two, but since I am going to be reheating these in the microwave for meal prep, I've left them just with a bit left to cook. So this recipe made 24 egg white cups, and the math on these is each egg white cup is 4.5 grams of protein. So that means that 3 egg white cups is 13.5 grams of protein, and 4 egg white cups is 18 grams of protein. So if you do 4 egg white cups, that do 6 meal preps. Wow, that's awesome. So 4 of these, 18 grams of protein. Awesome. Like, this is fantastic. I am so excited to keep these in my routine. I hope you all enjoyed. Again, this is the product. It's the healthier brand, animal-free egg white protein with an amino acid profile for all of us vegan muscle peeps that think about that sort of thing. So enjoy, everybody. I hope this was helpful. Definitely recommend this one. Peace. So I have my normal breakfast sandwich here with my Sola bagel, and I have 2 pieces of the Beehive seitan. And so I actually ate half of that egg white patty thing when I'm filming. You guys will see it on YouTube or on Instagram, but I filmed an egg white bite, vegan egg white bite, YouTube as well. And so halfway, I ate half of this while I was just filming because I was starting to get hungry. And even on its own, it tasted fine. So cool. So I heated this back up in the microwave for 40 seconds, and I'm putting it on my sandwich, and I'm gonna add 2 cranks of salt, some pepper, and I love to eat my breakfast sandwiches with Cholula hot sauce. So here is what it looks like. Yummy. I'm gonna do a bite on camera, and you can see my real-time reaction to my new creation. Let's see. All right. I'm going to get a bite with the bacon. Great. Oh, really good. Yummy. So that was a bomb of a bite. It took me a bit to chew it. So when I was eating it, I could taste that it was proteiny. It was thick and took a while to chew. Obviously, a just egg patty is easier to eat because it's fattier and doesn't have as much protein in it. But for a protein macro creation, this is not bad. I'm really excited about this. I'm feeling this is going to be great for me, really great. So like I said, in a few weeks, I'm going to report back how often I'm using it. But vegan egg whites with protein. Happy New Year to us.